Hello and welcome back to the 4th episode of a nostalgia playthrough of Close Combat 3 Cross of Iron, playing through the Grand Campaign with the Germans. On Elite difficulty. Now, it actually did save after the last episode, which is good, so we don't have to go back and redo anything. Although I would not mind going back and redoing it without any casualties, but oh well, it is what it is. So, since these people got seriously injured, 4 of our soldiers last battle, they now count as dead. If we look at the... well, I don't know. We got 10 days at least to take all of these maps here. So, the second map here, the 5th map, will be where we start running into some serious enemy tanks. Probably. And when we take on Moscow, which is map 4. But that's neither here nor there. Well, it is there, but it's not there, so we don't need to worry about that right now. I'm looking at what tanks we might have available, and I see that we have a medium tank. Panzer 4D would actually be quite nice to have. Can we refit our command crew? And we cannot to any good armored units or vehicles. Let's see here, it'll cost us 3 to get more soldiers on that team. However, they do have the machine guns still in the squad. It's going to be a little bit less effective with 2 out of 4 squad members being dead, but we don't necessarily need to spend points refitting this, as they do still have the main weapon. And yeah, now I'm looking at it. Okay, so these guys are finally, our 1st Reserve Infantry finally has a little bit of morale to them. So that's pretty nice. But I would like to have this tank. It would just be nice to have a tank that actually has a machine gun or 2 on it as well. So I'm thinking, how can we get 13 points? If we retire these crews here. I mean, we bought them for 6. We're not going to get much back from them. But we could try and see, I guess. Okay, we're getting half the points back. We still need another 10 points. Yeah, well, we'll get rid of the reserve infantries. We still need another 7 points. Okay, the rifle team's commander is dead, so maybe we retire them. Fantastic. Okay, we got exactly what we need. So now we have a Panzer 4D. I will sacrifice a rifle team and 2 reserve infantries for that Panzer 4D. It's going to be much more useful for us as we move along. And the reason I'm going for the Panzer 4D is because I know that the 7.5 centimeter L24 gun here will be able to put up a little bit of... well, it will be able to take out enemy tanks to a certain degree, depending on what tanks we're up against. Now, this is really an infantry support, stronghold attack, you know, fortified position attack thing. If we read here, this medium tank has good mobility and firepower, more armor than Mark III, but still vulnerable to medium tanks and AT guns. Use the Mark IV short-barreled 75mm gun against infantry, strong points and vehicles. Now, notice that it does not say tanks or armored vehicles, sir. It is primarily a high explosive firing gun. Maybe we're lucky and we have some armor-piercing shells on it as well. We could... And the reason I prefer the Panzer 4D over the Panzer III, that has a 5 centimeter L42, which is a longer gun, meaning that the projectiles will have a higher velocity on impact, meaning higher penetrational capability. It also pertains a little bit to the actual caliber of the gun. So the 7.5 centimeter might have just slightly more punch on impact due to more mass to the shell. So in my experience, the Panzer 4D, which isn't really meant for taking on tanks, in this stage of the game, with this gun, seemingly is more effective at taking on tanks than a Panzer III is with the 5 centimeter. But the length of the gun is quite an important aspect of it all. So, well, either way, we've been spending a lot of time here. I think we have a pretty solid group put together. And yeah, it's looking pretty okay. What we're going to do here is we have to take, well, obviously the entire map, sir. There's a few strong points like these hills and these trenches that we need to deal with. And I don't necessarily want to waste my infantry away here, so we're not going to do any mass charge type things, but we are going to put a stug here, so it has a clear line of fire up towards there. And in fact, I think we'll put the... where's the other stug actually? It's kind of hard to see. Oh, it's up. That's pretty well camouflaged, I guess. Now the thing with the stugs is that they are equipped for winter combat. Meaning they will... well, they have winter camouflage compared to the Panzer 4D here, who just, as you can see, does not. Also, these will be able to handle the cold. There's a chance the Panzer 4D's engine will freeze up when the battle starts, due to the cold, so that's something to take into consideration. We're going to put the Panzer 4D here, as I want to use that as a spearhead on the charge on these. Hopefully, maybe we can even just send them in alone to charge down these trenches here. Could be risky to do that though, but oh well. We're going to put the light infantry in here. And actually put all infantry in these various wood places. Okay, they can cover pretty well. I'm going to put them in ambush because I don't want them to start opening fire. If they open fire, we could lose them. So we're not even going to attempt that at the moment. But yeah, we're going to put our, the brunt of our forces up here. If you see the strategical overview, we got the stugs here ready to kind of cover this general area here, anything that pops up. We're going to have the Panzer IV leading the charge, and that's the plan. Let's begin. Okay, we have a T-28 over there. It's damaged now, that's good. Panzer IV can, I assume, not reach it. Maybe if we move it in a little bit. Okay, we got some infantry moving in over there. One less now. It's damaged, but it is not destroyed. So if you could keep firing, fantastic. Well, okay, if you could hit, would be even better. We have incapacitated one guy inside this tank and injured another. Now we've injured two. It's immobilized. It's not going anywhere. And if it's not firing... we don't know what we've damaged on it. Okay, well, we now know what we've damaged on it because we've damaged everything on it. But yeah, I'm just gonna use my armored units here for whatever they're worth, and minimize infantry casualties as much as I can. No sense wasting requisition points on replacing troops if we don't have to. The Russians already want a truce. This could be quite the blitzkrieg maneuver we're doing here. Maybe we stay a little bit clear of the trenches in case we got some anti-tank something. We're just gonna get up on the top of this hill here, so we can get our machine gun down on this enemy squad right there. And there we go, we got the machine gun on them, and they surrender. And okay, well, that was a pretty quick round. They gave up, the tank died, and so did their spirit. So we killed 2, wounded 4, took 6 prisoners and destroyed a tank. And took the map without any casualties. I would say that's pretty decent. Let's just check quickly how our soldiers did here. A little bit of experience and morale increase to, for instance, our reserve infantry. So it's good that they're getting more and more useful. And then we have, yeah, as you can see, history here. This is the people that have been with us in the previous operation now have a medal for that. So if you keep people alive, they will keep stacking up these medals. Let's see, do we got anything interesting going on here? The Stug 3C took out a tank, and the Panzer 4D killed 3 soldiers and had 6 acts of bravery. The leader had 6 acts of bravery, apparently the crew did not for some reason. Any new medals? An assault badge for the Panzer 4D. Yeah, that's fitting. Only for the leader though, but oh well. So yeah, that's it so far here, I suppose. We're gonna keep pushing on, and the next mission, that's when stuff can start getting tricky. That's when the enemy might have KB2s, KB1s, like very well armored, tough to kill frontally type tanks. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you would consider leaving a like on the video and or subscribing to my channel if you want to see more close combat content or other of my content in the future. Either way, with that, I bid you farewell.